Deer season is always one of the most magical times of the year. Memories are made and bonds are forged as hunters across the country take part in one of the nation's most storied traditions. In the fall of 2018, a select group of deer camps throughout the Midwest began field testing a new groundbreaking rifle cartridge for the first time.
Well, it's opening morning for the Missouri rifle deer season. We're out here with the new 350 Legend. These Winchester XPR rifles and Winchester deer season XP ammunition. It's about 19 degrees out. Got a good little half-inch of snow last night. So hoping to see some deer moving this morning. This is kind of the maiden voyage, 350 Legend. It's the first firearm season that we've had it out. We've got several individuals out in the fields today, all shooting 350 Legend. So myself and my team down at our ammunition facility in Oxford, Mississippi, did all the design work on this cartridge. We developed it, both the shell case and the projectile. And I've really designed this cartridge from the ground up. I love deer hunting. There's such a level of expectation, but yet excitement of not knowing what's to come later in the day. You sit back and you never know what may come walking out of those woods.
Opening day of rifle season is like the Super Bowl. It's big time around here. I mean, everybody loves it, everybody waits for it, and it's something. Dads get to take their sons hunting, you know, that's what it's about. Family, the harvest, you know, it's about putting food on the table. It ain't all about the big deer, it's about, you know, spending time with family, friends, and food.
Well, we're out here this morning. We're in Nebraska at Deer Meadows, and Scott and I have been having a lot of fun. We've been glassing up a ton of deer. It's really cold out here. We've had some freezing cold weather.
Really cold this past week.
It was nice about 2 weeks ago, but you know what? This is kind of what we want to get that rut kicking in. And we're starting to see the early signs.
Yeah, it's just starting to kick in now. We're on the early stages of the rut, and hopefully this really cold temperature will get them kicked into where they're full blown. See the does?
I just shot the biggest buck of my life, an absolutely monster mule deer. And the coolest part is, well, I got to try out the brand new Winchester 350 Legend. And well, I'm pretty sure the results speak for themselves.
Winchester Life is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Winchester Repeating Arms. Winchester Safes. Birchwood Casey. Walkers. Folds of Honor. Shoot United. Make the shooting sports part of your life. This segment of Winchester Life is brought to you by Birchwood Casey.
This is a really nice buck from central Missouri. I'm hunting with Winchester Ammunition. This is a brand new cartridge for them, the first in 10 years, the 350 Legend. This thing knocks deer down. You can see this shot, it went through his shoulder, broke him. He didn't go more than like 30, 40 yards. For younger shooters or people who are really sensitive to recoil, this is an incredible load for them to use. It's really good for a lot of hunting on farms, what a lot of hunters in this country do. 100, 150, 200 yards, it's dead on.
Locked and loaded in the new 350 Legend straight wall cartridge. I think it drilled him, smoked him. That is the Legend 350 straight cartridge by Winchester, and I think we just bopped a really, really nice deer. Oh man, that couldn't have worked out any better.
Good shooting. Oh, that is a stud. Stud Texas buck. And this is my first animal ever with the 350 Legends.
How cool was that?
That was awesome.
240 yards with the 350 Legend. Did he drop?
Oh yeah, just poof, straight down.
We finally got our deer.
Good job, nice shooting, man.
It just crushed him.
Well, I just arrived at camp at Powder River Outfitters in Broadus, Montana, and I am so excited. Not only is this one of my favorite trips, they've got tons of whitetails, some of the best rattling in the country, but this time I get to shoot something brand new. Winchester came out with a brand new cartridge, the 350 Legend. It has more energy than a 30-30, and it's the fastest straight wall cartridge out there. Now, as far as recoil, well, it's got 40% less than a 243, and it has 20% more penetration. That's incredible. In fact, it has less recoil than a 450 Bushmaster. This is gonna have so much knockdown power for this exact situation. I'm rattling these deer in, bringing them in close. At 50 yards, it'll be 1 inch high. At 100 yards, it'll be 1.5 inches high. 150, dead on, and 175, only 2 inches low. So I am so excited to try out this 350 Legend, and I can promise this is something that's gonna be around for a long time and in many deer camps to come. This is a place that I think I've been coming for maybe 13 years. That's what deer camp's all about, in my opinion. Coming to places where the people become almost your family, and that's what it is here. Now, they also have pretty incredible deer hunting too, and Pork Chop loves it. It's just an awesome experience, and cannot wait to get out there. Plus, we got some warm weather, so should be a good week, and looking forward to it.
This segment of Winchester Life has been brought to you by Winchester Safes. This segment of Winchester Life is brought to you by Shoot United.
We actually had a stand down in here, and believe it or not, this is way more traveled than the actual bottom here. Yeah. And I think it's because of the way the riverbanks are in there. They don't bother crossing. They basically come up, they cross in on this side, and then they kind of skirt and come down like this. So,
is there a particular deer in that area you're looking for?
Yeah, that's the Texas one. Yep. We call him Walker because he looks like a Texas deer.
And he's a walk, like literally he's a walk. He is everywhere. We've seen him 3 times.
He's just wide. He got a great big wide Texas deer frame. Awesome brows. Sweet brows. He's a tit 9 on his left side, and his beams come way down.
So this bullet is the 150 grain Deer Season XP. It's engineered specifically for shooting whitetail deer, mule deer with, and it does its job really well. Next to it in the middle is a 180 grain Power Point. That bullet is a little bit slower, but it's heavier. Fantastic for big hogs with tough gristle plates. On the left, there's a 145 grain Full Metal Jacket. It also sets the 350 Legend apart from some of the really expensive straight wall cartridges, such as the 450 Bushmaster and so forth. None of those have a cheap practice option. Deer camp's the best time of year. Being out here playing cat and mouse with a big whitetail, a cool cartridge among good friends, that's just what life's made out of. I grew up doing it with friends. I've got little kids that are soon going to be joining me in the field. It's just a great American tradition that I'm proud to be part of carrying on. And it's something that brings us together as brothers in the outdoors.
My story starts like a lot of people's story. You know, your dad gets you into hunting at a young age, and you're growing up, and you're going to the hunting camps, and you're going to, you know, the check stations, and you're seeing people's deer, and you want to be that guy with that tailgate down rolling in there. This story started about a year ago. I almost killed this same deer this same week, and fast forward, I moved some stands in his area. He came in this morning, and I was able to take him, but it goes deeper than that. My dad got me into hunting. That's why I'm so passionate about it. And today was actually his birthday, and I lost my dad 2 years ago. So I say prayers to him all the time, trying to get him to help me out. And this morning, I think he was definitely there with me. I mean, to be able to see this animal for one, and he comes in 60 yards, gives me the shot. So to come back here and all my hunters to be here and congratulate me and give me hugs and high fives, and I just can't tell you what that means to be a hunter. So to me, that's what hunting's all about. Sharing camp with good friends and family.
We just had an awesome setup. We had a buck come into probably, 15 yards, rattled him right in. This is just incredible out here. We hit it right on. It's so much fun. I might not even want to shoot yet, but if I get a big shooter, I'll probably break that. We're here with Dusty, and we're talking deer season XP. Now, this is something that I have been shooting for years, and I absolutely love deer season XP. I remember the very first time taking it out. I went to Montana, shot a big mule deer, and this buck dropped in its tracks. And I remember the outfitter looking at me saying, "What did you bring along?" And to me, it's just awesome to see Winchester making something specific for deer hunters, and that big tip, you get such a big impact out of it. And it really, the results, they speak for themselves.
Yeah, it hits deer like a hammer. It really does. It provides very quick expansion from that from the polymer tip. That extreme point bullet really dumps all of its energy into that deer.
Well, that's awesome. Now, the other thing I'm really excited about, I got to shoot the Winchester 350 Legend, and I love it. But you're always expanding things, and now you guys have come out with the 350 Legend Copper. Tell me a little bit more about why you guys have done this and the benefits of copper.
Yeah, so Copper Impact was an extension of Deer Season XP, and copper in general for deer hunting really works well because it'll penetrate deeper than a lead bullet. Typically holds together better, and you still get good expansion, but you also get really good penetration from copper bullets. As far as the application of 350 Legend, there hasn't been a copper option in 350 Legend until now. And that's really exciting because you can now use 350 Legend to hunt deer with in 48 states.
And for people who aren't familiar with the 350 Legend, one of the reasons that I love it is because of the light recoil. Now, you are talking less recoil than a 223, but the knockdown power of something similar like a 30-30. So it's kind of like your modern day 30-30. And to me, this is just an awesome option. And now that it's in copper, well, the sky's the limit on where you can go.
Yeah, and the sky's the limit with 350 Legend in general. The versatility of this cartridge, from affordable target shooting options to deer hunting, hog hunting, even personal defense, it can do it all.
And what I like about it is most of my shots are 200 yards and in. So for me, this is really the perfect option. Anyone will always shoot a gun that has less recoil, better as a rule. So what I like is when you have that little bit of recoil, but you got that great knockdown power, I was able to take a buck off its feet in Montana. So that kind of shows you, and when you see the recoil, there's almost none there. So you're gonna shoot it well, it's enjoyable to shoot, it's cost effective, just a great all-around deal. And for 2021, Couldn't be more proud to be a part of the Deer Season XP line.
This segment of Winchester Life has been brought to you by Folds of Honor, providing life-changing scholarships to families of fallen or disabled military and first responders. This segment of Winchester Life is brought to you by Walkers.
So what a perfect day. I mean, a beautiful deer to be out here testing the 350 Legend, shooting that new cartridge. What an excellent little round. The recoil so light, so pleasant to shoot, you know, on a big buck like this, trotting down the hill, thinking you're gonna have a follow-up shot, but for as light a recoil that is, the impact that you have, the damage that you have, I mean, on a big buck like this on the move, it just did it perfect. It was really surreal to be there, to be able to see it in action, to see how effective it is. And with such mild recoil, to be able to cycle that action so fast and be ready for a follow-up if needed, just really pleasant to shoot. And for the price of ammo, honestly, you couldn't have a better package than an XPR chambered in this new 350 Legend. A lot of impact energy that you have for close range, really emulating a 30-30, the greatest deer cartridge ever, could be replaced with the 350 Legend now.
Looks like a chong, man. I mean, no recoil, fast follow-up. I was shooting through some tree limbs, so I double-loaded mine on the first, ran the bolt real quick, hit the shoulder on the second, and that was all she wrote.
Back in the blind, it's the evening of the second day of the season. We're here trying to outwit a big deer that the Keefer Brothers call Walker Texas Ranger because he's wide and he wanders a lot. Unpredictable deer. He covers a lot of territory, but he does hit this spot on at regular intervals. So it's all about persistence at this point. Not a lot of movement, but patience pays off. Something moving through the CRP. Looked like a rack just briefly. There's another deer. That's a bigger buck. That's him. Okay, I'm gonna kill him as soon as he stops. Shot Walker Texas Ranger. I think this 350 Legend knocked the stuffings out of him.
Did he cut down in here?
Yeah. Right there, there's a white belly. Right through that.
Oh, I see him right there.
Good job.
Holy smokes, he's wide.
That is a good looking deer right there, man.
Awesome.
Check that out.
Look at those bases, man. Beautiful. Look at that split brow. Joseph, congratulations.
What a cool deer.
Man.
Thank you, man.
Great job, buddy. Congrats.
Such an honor to be here hunting with you, Casey.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Appreciate the opportunity.
We're just getting started. It's the second morning and it is a beautiful, cold, crisp morning. Should be perfect for rattling. This was a pretty good setup. We had a couple smaller bucks come in and it worked out pretty good. We haven't had a lot of luck this morning, but it's been a little better right now. The deer are starting to move around. You're seeing a little more activity around the way. But I think what we're going to do is we're just going to get set up here. We're going to move up and go maybe another 150, 200 yards. That way we just keep going along this river. It's been working pretty well for it. So listen, right there. How far is he?
120 yards.
Okay, I'm going to take him. That's a good buck.
Good.
We got him.
You got it.
Oh, you can see those dark horns. Oh, sweet. Look at this. This has been so much fun out here. We've been out here in Montana rattling, and it has been just an incredible trip. And you know what? It's become quite a tradition to come out here, and I just love it. Thank you, Travis.
You're very welcome.
We got it done once again.
After over 150 years forging the way for hunters and shooters worldwide, Winchester still continues to innovate with purpose. Since it officially hit the shelves in 2019, the 350 Legend straight-walled cartridge has been an incredible success story, enabling countless hunters the ability to live their best Winchester life every deer season.